Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. Tony here. It is Tuesday, January 16th, and I have some pretty amazing news about Bitcoin and Ethereum and as a whole cryptocurrency adoption. So billionaire and Dallas Mavericks owner Mark Cuban has stated that next season you will be able to use Bitcoin and Ethereum to purchase Dallas Mavericks tickets. Now, if you don't know who the Dallas Mavericks are, they are an NBA team based out of Dallas, Texas. And Mark Cuban, if you don't know who he is, and I don't know where you've been living, but he's billionaire, he's an investor, he's been on Shark Tank, so he's well known in the technology space, and once again, he's a billionaire, he's pretty rich. This is great news, guys, that you will now be able to use your crypto to purchase NBA tickets to the Dallas Mavericks games, and I expect definitely other NBA teams to follow suit. And he said next season, so I mean, I'm definitely thinking this is going to go into 2019 because the NBA season starts in September of 2018 as far as the next season. The current season is going to wrap up in June when they have the NBA Finals. So next season actually starts till about October, excuse me. I mentioned September, but actually October. So those of you NBA fans, you know this. So once again, this is awesome news. He did mention that they were also going to be looking at what other cryptos they may accept, but right now they're going to stick with Bitcoin and Ethereum. So this is definitely a milestone for sports, U.S. basketball, and Bitcoin itself, that a sports team will be accepting crypto or Bitcoin, specifically in Ether for NBA tickets. Last year, Mark was a big critic of Bitcoin and crypto. He called it a bubble, but he's a very smart guy, and I think he's one of those guys. He'll say that, hey, I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, and he'll go and study something. So that's pretty cool of him. He went and started digging into it and looking at it, and he came back and said, okay, I was wrong. And then he actually started investing quite a bit in cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and so forth. So Mark actually is invested in a venture capital fund for cryptocurrency related investments called One Confirmation. So just want to make sure I show you guys proof. So on Mark's Twitter profile, and you guys can go take a look at this, someone asked, Mark, when will I be able to purchase Mavs tickets with Bitcoin? He said, next season, period. Now, CoinDesk followed up on that comment and asked Mark, can you elaborate on that? And Mark said, I'm quoting, "We will be adding a crypto payment ability for next season. We will accept BTC, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and possibly some other currencies. That's to be determined." So pretty awesome, guys. Maybe they'll accept Litecoin as well. I think if they were to accept, other currencies, it would definitely have to be Litecoin. I think that's the only one that logically makes sense right now. But once again, good news. I know right now, because the market is in a slump, in a bearish mode, and everything's down, Bitcoin, everything like that, this is something to look forward to and understand that this is just a normal correction, slumped in January. A lot of you haven't been in the market for that long. And actually, I was more worried last year when China said they were banning cryptocurrency exchanges, and they did, and the price of Bitcoin dropped to like 3,000. I was a bit more worried then than now. Right now, Bitcoin is still above 10,000. It's fluctuating, and I expect things to pick up. Now, I mentioned that there could possibly be a bull run later this week because people are getting their bonuses. Wall Street's getting their bonuses. That is to be seen. It could go into next week, or we could probably have to wait till the end of January before we start seeing some movement. But I don't want you guys to panic or fear. You should be holding. If you have weak hands and you start selling, you're gonna actually lose money. It's better you hold on and see what the market does, right? Common sense would tell you that instead of trying to dump it, because a lot of people say crypto crashes or Bitcoin crashes. If Bitcoin was to really crash, it would go down to $0. It would go down to $1. But if it drops from, let's say, 16,000 down to 11 or 10, and it's still stable around that price, that's not a crash, so to speak, in a true definition of a crash. It's more of a price correction, a pullback, because we had a bull run, it was oversold. So these price corrections are healthy for the market. We cannot have a continual bull run. That's not sustainable. So hold on to your crypto, guys. Once again, I'm not a professional investor or a financial expert. You make your own decision, but I'm just giving my opinion and my thoughts and what I would do. So I'm holding. I haven't sold anything. I actually went and bought in the dip. So I got some extra Ethereum, because Ethereum is looking really great. The potential, I've been just looking at the data where as far as usage, Ethereum's usage is up significantly. A lot of different cryptos are building on Ethereum's network. A lot of companies talking about they're going to be using Ethereum smart contracts. So Ethereum has a lot of potential, and compared to where Bitcoin is, Ethereum is really relatively cheap right now. If you go back and study Bitcoin's growth, and you look at what the adoption Ethereum is having right now. So just my thoughts, guys. What do you think about this news? I think this is awesome for Bitcoin and Ethereum and cryptocurrency adoption. And I think other NBA teams will follow suit, and maybe other sports categories such as football and so forth. So that's my thoughts. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Thumbs up if you like this video, and please subscribe for more videos on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other cryptocurrencies. I'll talk to you guys later.